What if I told you there's a weight loss medication that could cause you to gain more than you lose? Would you take it? Well, stay tuned because I have some exciting news for you. And in this episode, you're going to learn about the gains that come with this Zepbound journey. Hello, bold, brave, and brilliant ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Zepbound Journey with Ange. I'm Angela Durant. My friends call me Ange, and you can too. And for those of you who are new here, welcome. It's so nice to have you here. If you're part of our community already, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Like so many of you, I have struggled with my weight for most of my life. For those of you who have been following the channel, you know the stats, right? But for those of you who are new, I struggled since I was about 7 years old. And at my highest weight, I weighed about 331 pounds. I'm only 5'2.5" inches tall, so I'm not that tall. And I was simply exhausted from trying almost everything to lose weight and to keep it off, right? Before finding a GLP-1, the medication that I'm on is called Zepbound. I was on Weight Watchers. I did LA Weight Loss. I did Optavia. I did Slim Fast. I did Overeaters Anonymous. I had 2 bariatric surgeries. I had the lap band in 2009, and my doctor really didn't want to give me the lap band because I wasn't an ideal candidate for that because I had so much weight to lose. But I was very successful on the lap band, losing 57 pounds on it. And then over the course of time, I gained the weight back. So it took me about 5 years I was successful on it. And then I started to creep back up again. And then, so in 2009, that was his lap band. In 2019, I had gastric bypass surgery, and I only lost about 30 pounds on that. You would think I would have lost way more, but that wasn't my experience with the gastric bypass surgery. So I have pretty much tried everything. So this YouTube channel is for you if you're someone who is considering a GL1P weight loss medication, obesity management medication, whether or if you're already on Zepbound, you're on Wegovy, Saxenda, Mounjaro, or Ozempic, you are welcome here. If you're struggling with this disease, because that's what it is, a disease of obesity, and you're tired of being judged because you have the disease, if you're looking for a kind, compassionate, and caring community of like-minded people, then you, my friend, are in the right place. Welcome. So please subscribe, hit the bell, the little bell, the notification bell, so that you know whenever we're going live or whenever a new video is uploaded. Okay? Take a moment and go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you as a part of our community. And a quick announcement before we get in too deep, because I have so much to share with you today. I'm really excited. I have a really juicy milestone that I hit, and I want you to know all about it. Before we jump in, quick announcement, because I know some of you are going to say, Ange, I would have loved to come, but I didn't know about it. So if you'd like to come, we're having a 1-day retreat. There are still a few tickets available. We would love to have you here. It is for this community only. If you are struggling with the disease of obesity, whether you're on the medication or not, but if you're on any of the GLP-1 medications, you are welcome. If you are not, if you don't have an issue with your weight, if you don't have an issue with any food, you don't have food noise, you don't have any of these things that we talk about here, then this retreat is not for you. Maybe there will be another one, but this one is not for you. It's just for this community of like-minded people. So you're going to get so much value from attending this retreat. Let me just tell you, this retreat is going to be mind, body, and spirit we're focusing on. But most of all, you're going to be able to connect with like-minded people in the room who get you, who understand the challenges that you have, who won't judge you, who's here to support you and cheer you on for your journey. And that I find people who cheer me on, help me get to my goal quicker, sooner, faster, right? The retreat is happening on Saturday, July the 20th in King of Prussia, PA, just outside of Philadelphia. I know many of you can drive here, but for those of you who have to fly, you'd fly into Philadelphia International, and it's a quick ride over from there. I will put the links for the detail in the description. And also, we initially was going to do a 3-day retreat, a really high-end upscale retreat, and it was priced at $2,500. But from the survey, you gave me lots of feedback, and you're like, Ange, can we do it in one day? Can we lower the price, Ange? Can we do something that's totally doable for us? And I listened to what you said, and that's what we created. So the price point is now only $497 to attend. It's July the 20th. It's a full day. Meals are included. It's going to be fantastic. And when you come, we want you to bring your any clothes that's too big for you because you're shrinking, your body's transforming. Please don't give them away or throw them away yet. Bring them here to us because we're having what we call a chic clothing swap, where somebody who may be a little bit larger than you can wear your beautiful clothes. Okay, so it's going to be so much fun. And we also have a world-class design stylist who is coming. She will be here. She's amazing. And she's going to work with a handful of you one-on-one, complimentary, to help you, just be your absolute most fabulous self. So it's going to be a wonderful time. It will definitely feed your mind, body, and your spirit. And I can't wait to meet you there. You'll find the information below. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's jump in. On Thursday, February the 22nd of this year, I weighed in at 296 pounds, almost 300. I was teetering the scale near 300, and my doctors were really starting to worry because after treating me for several months, the scale was actually starting to go in the wrong direction. I was gaining weight, and my weight was increasing, and so was my A1C. My blood pressure was increasing, and the possibility of me developing full-blown diabetes. I'm currently pre-diabetic, but I was really on the cusp of, having full-blown diabetes. And that's when everything changed for me. I made the decision to invest in myself and to really start fighting for better health, even though I had heard of all the good news about these GLP-1 medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and Mounjaro and Zepbound. And for those of you who don't know, Ozempic and Wegovy are made by a company called Novo Nordisk. They're both GLP-1, but they're considered semaglutides. And it's a little bit different than what I'm taking, but those are really like the same drug. The drugs that I'm taking is, you've probably heard of Mounjaro and Zepbound. They're the exact same drugs, but one is FDA approved for type 2 diabetes, and the other one is FDA approved for weight loss management, obesity management. Okay. I'm on Zepbound because I do not have type 2 diabetes, right? I was pre-diabetic, but I do not have diabetes. And so, I was, I know that a lot of people are very successful on the medication prior to me taking it, but secretly I was wondering, and I don't know if this was you too, but I was asking myself in my head, I was saying, will this work for me? All these other people are successful on it. Oprah is taking one of the GLP-1s. She left Weight Watchers. She looks amazing. But would this work for me? I consider myself to be a really tough case, right? I was asking myself, would this be another time that I would end in failure? I would try it and it wouldn't work, and I would get my hopes up high and then it would end in failure, right? And I would maybe even gain more weight than I started, right? So I was exhausted from this fighting, this battle, and I'm a pretty optimistic person, but I felt like I was, going up against another giant, right? You heard me talk about the giants in our life. And because this was a battle that I lost every time I went up against this giant, I always lost. And so I did decide to get back up again, from getting knocked down, from trying everything else. I got back up again. But this time, I went for it and my insurance wouldn't cover it. Many of you I know are in the similar boat. Your insurance doesn't cover, and this medication can be very expensive. The retail price for this medication where I live on the East Coast is $1,250. So I use the Zepbound savings card, which you can all get at zepbound.com. I use that Eli Lilly savings card, and it brought my payment down to the cost down to just $550. But still, $550 every month is an expense when you have to pay for medication, right? When you're used to paying a copay of $20 or a copay of $1.60 for some of your medications. Now you're paying $550. It was a lot. But this time I decided to put myself first and pay for the medication out of pocket. And because of that, for the last 15 weeks, I have been on this journey to lose weight and improve my health, okay? It's been 15 weeks, almost 4 months. I started out on 5 milligrams of Zepbound. The lowest dose is 2.5, but I didn't start there. My doctor started me at 5 milligrams because she knew that I could tolerate. I had already tried Ozempic and Saxenda, so my doctor knew that I could tolerate it. But after a month, I jumped up from the 5 milligrams to the 10 milligrams. And after that, because of the shortage, I jumped up again. I titrated up again to 12.5 milligrams. And that's what I'm on right now. And just as a side note, I know that there's a shortage. I have 2 more doses left. So 2 more weeks left, a little more than 2 weeks left. And so my doctors are the pharmacy is trying to find it. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I may have to titrate down to a lower dose just to keep it in my system. I'm already doing 10 days apart instead of 7 days apart to stretch it out because of the shortage. So I'm in the same boat with all of you, and we'll see what happens. I will share the good, bad, and ugly of that journey too, as it happens, as it all unfolds. So unlike many of you who can lose a substantial amount of weight on a lower dose of the GLPs, P1s, I'm not like that. My body actually needs a higher dose to feel the full effects of this medication. So, and I do want to say that with this medication, especially for those who might not be familiar with it, where I find it's most powerful is its impact on my brain. Yes, it does help you, giving you a feeling of fullness. It gives you satiety. But for me, I could eat through that. I could eat through restriction. I could eat through a feeling of fullness. I can eat food even when I'm not hungry, right? But this medication changes the hormones in my brain, in the hypothalamus, with that craving center, and it quiets the food noise, right? It stops me from overeating. And that has been really a magical thing for my journey in this medication, right? So if you're thinking about taking it and you haven't, that is a side effect. That is one of the things that it does. That is really a game changer for medications to control and manage obesity. And today I'm super excited because I have some news I want to share with you, that I have actually hit a milestone. Drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. I've gone from 296 pounds down to 255 pounds, from 296 to 255. Now I know for those of you who are way smaller than 255, you're probably like, oh, I would just cry if I weighed 255 pounds. But I'm celebrating because on this journey, I haven't been in the 250s in years, probably over like 7 years. I haven't been in the 250s. So I'm 255 pounds. That means the milestone is I'm over 40 pounds down. I am exactly, the scale says I am 41 pounds down. 41 pounds down. So that is amazing. You know, I celebrate all wins, big and small, all the wins. But I'm really excited about being 41 pounds down. So I'll show you what I'm looking like today. I put on my little red dress which I couldn't even believe I had the nerve to put this dress on because it is too small. but I squeezed into it just for you guys, just to celebrate the milestone. Let me show you my dress. So this is my little red dress that I'm wearing today. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm wearing my sweater over top, but I'll show you my red dress. This is my red dress. I don't have any undergarments, so don't judge me. Don't judge me. But this is what I look like in my little red dress. I'll show you. It's my little red dress, and I'm feeling really good about it. I had the nerve to say, let me see if I can try it on now that I'm 41 pounds down. And I tried it on today. I put it on, and I was like, oh wow. I can squeeze into it, right? I can squeeze into it. So this is my little red dress. I want to show it to you. And it's in celebration of, wearing my little red dress in celebration of 41 pounds down. Yay! And for all of you who have had a weight loss this week, I want to celebrate you. I'm cheering you on. Congratulations. Let me know in the comments. I want to know. And you know what I always say? If you lose weight, we celebrate. If you don't lose weight, we celebrate that you didn't gain weight, right? And if you gain weight, we celebrate because we can look back and learn from, what happened that week that caused you to gain weight so that you can make the adjustments, okay? We're always celebrating wins over here, right? So I wanted to share that with you because I was super excited. And now I've lost over 40 pounds, and that's very exciting, of course, I love that, but it pales in comparison to the gains that I've had, because the gains are even better. And that's what I want to talk to you about in this episode, right? That's what I want to talk to you. Some things are not scale related, right? I feel like I look better in my clothes. I've been going into my closet and pulling clothes out that are smaller sizes that I haven't been able to fit for a long time, but I really like those outfits and those dresses, right? I'm even more confident, I feel like, in my body, right? I feel more comfortable, walking around and, and underwear in my bathroom area. And I don't feel like I always have to be so covered up. And I can walk longer distance without getting winded. I can walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded. I want to be out more versus being cooped up inside watching TV. Now I can watch TV on a rainy day. I can curl up and read a good book. I enjoy that too, but I don't want weight to be the reason why I go out or I stay in, right? And I've even started this YouTube channel. That was a huge win. And I'm building friendships here and getting to know people that are across the US and out in other countries that I would have never even known you had I not done this, right? I've it's been very supportive to me. I've been helping you, but you've also been helping me along this journey. And had I not started this, had I not put myself out here, that never would have happened. And in just 45 days of being on YouTube, my channel monetized, right? I told you guys my channel monetized. YouTube said, you hit your 1,000 members, you hit your 4,000 watch hours, and it monetized. I was like, what is going on right now, right? And I couldn't believe it. And I was thinking when they said it could be monetized, I was thinking, well, maybe it could supplement the cost that I'm paying for my insurance, right? Maybe that $550 could be covered by, ads that YouTube does where they pay you, right? And so if anybody's interested in that, if you're interested in, doing your own YouTube channel, having your own community, inspiring and motivating other people, I have a program that's in beta right now. So the investment is really low. It's in beta. It's a 5-week. We're all working together to build their individual YouTube channels. And I would be happy to help you. I'll show you exactly what I did to build mine and what helped me go from 0 to 45 days being monetized. And I'm going to show you, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I will show you what that looks like. The behind the curtain. I'll pull the curtain back and let you in. I'm letting you in so you can see. So here are my YouTube analytics, the stats. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably tiny on screen, but let me see if I can make it even bigger. But it should be like right there. And you can see you can see I have right now, the channel has received in just 15 weeks, 86,000 views, right? 86,059 views on this channel. It's had 1 million impressions. YouTube has put our content in front of 1 million people. We've had 11,000, almost 12,000 actual watch hours. We just crossed the threshold of 2,000 members. We have 2,016 members, and I'm so excited to have all of you here. And I wanted to show you the earnings. So look at this. Just from sharing and supporting other people on YouTube with your own channel, it's not a ton of money, but it's enough money to help supplement or cover your medication if you're coming out of pocket. So it's right now there's $626.96 there that came straight from YouTube. I didn't do anything. They just run ads in my videos and it comes straight from YouTube, and then they send that, they can wire it right to your bank account. So it's really nice. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, I will show you everything that I did to get to that point with my site. I'll show you how to do all the things. And my approach is maybe a little bit different because I'm a brand strategist. And so I built it as a brand strategist, right? And there are many different ways to do it, but that's the way that I do it. And that's what I would teach you and show you. Okay, so that's another gain. That's been a wonderful gain. Another gain is that the food noise is gone, right? I have more control over my food. The beast, as I call it, that hungry beast, that angry beast, right? That hangry beast, right, is now on a leash. So I feel normal. I can go out to dinner with my friends or my family and not be obsessing about the food. I can enjoy the food, the flavor of the food. Like everything is wonderful. The taste of it is wonderful. And then when I've had enough, I can push away, right? And it makes me feel normal, right? It makes me feel like the other people who don't have the disease of obesity. And it's more enjoyable to go out. I'm able to really lean in and enjoy the company of the people that I'm with versus focusing on the food. I hope that makes sense. That makes sense to you. I'd love to know what your wins are, what your gains are outside of losing the weight, what you've gained from being on this journey. The effects of this medication for me have been priceless, right? Some things are not measured on a scale, right? Some things you really can't put a price on. And for me, you can't put a price on lowering your blood pressure. Right? You can't put a price on that because it decreases my chances of having a stroke, right? You can't put a price on lowering your A1C, right? It decreases my chances of becoming diabetic. My grandfather was diabetic, right? And he had his leg amputated, right? I can't even imagine having to lose a leg because of diabetes. And I know that happens to so many people, right? And I had sleep apnea so bad that I would stop breathing in the middle of the night. And because of that, because of the sleep apnea, I'd snore so loudly that it made it impossible for my husband to get a good night's sleep. And now I never shared this before with anybody because I have a lot of shame and embarrassment around it. But this impacted our marriage, right? It impacted our marriage because I'd wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning and he wouldn't be there beside me. He'd have a blanket and he'd be sleeping on the sofa because he had to work the next day and he needed to get a good night's sleep. And he couldn't with me snoring next to him, right? And honestly, that made me feel really bad. Like it made me feel embarrassed and it made me feel awful. And it made me feel like I couldn't control it, right? I knew that it was me, right? I knew it was my problem. And because I was carrying so much weight. And until now, I couldn't lose the weight and keep it off. So eventually I started sleeping on the couch. And that became our norm. And he was like, no, I'll sleep on the couch. I was like, no, I felt bad. Like you shouldn't be uncomfortable because I'm carrying around this challenge, right? Because I'm carrying around all this weight that's making me snore. And so when that happened, when me sleeping on the sofa became the norm, my husband did everything to try to fix it, right? I had my CPAP machine, and that's a whole nother issue I'll talk to you about on another video. But I tried that. I had this special pillow that has this like an angle. We tried that. We tried propping up a ton of pillows. Even going to hotels, staying at retreats and stuff was uncomfortable because of the snoring. He tried earplugs. He couldn't sleep comfortably with that. My husband even went out and brought us this beautiful, very expensive bed that responds to snoring. When you start snoring, it elevates, the top of the bed elevates so that you can stop snoring. And it also can elevate your feet. He went all out to try and solve this problem, and still it couldn't stop my snoring. And I couldn't even begin to tell you how it made me feel. I just was quiet, but I felt like it's my fault. It's my fault that this has to be our norm, that he sleeps in the bedroom and I have to sleep on the sofa, right? I don't want that. Like, one of the best things I love is to cuddle up with my sweetie, right? But this disease came in between us, right? Then, and it's not easy to talk. It's not something that's easy to talk about, but it is real. And I don't know if there's anybody else out there who snores, who lives. My husband is super sensitive. Like, his hearing is probably like the best there is. He hears everything. So I don't know if you've ever struggled with that, but that's my truth, right? Then taking Zepbound and losing this 40 pounds has really changed my life. Like, it's changed my life forever. For the last week or so, I've been able to sleep quietly and peacefully throughout the night, free of the loud snoring that kept my husband awake and the two of us really apart. And now we get to cuddle up, right? And every morning I wake up, I say, how was it? How was it? I was like, did I snore last night? Did I snore? He goes, no, you were quiet. You were good. You were good. So yay. To me, that's priceless. That's priceless because that's our life. That's the relationships that we have are so important. So you see, the weight loss is great. It's fantastic. I'm so happy for it. But the surprising perks, the unexpected benefits that you can gain from taking these medications is really life-changing. It's really life-changing. I know it has been for me, and I really want to hear from you. I want to know how it's changing your life too. I hope that this video has added value to you. I know that we're all in this together. We're all cheering each other on. And you all have gains, so I want to hear them while you're going through these journeys. Let's focus on those too, right? Not just the scale, but the other impacts in our life. How it's changing our life for the better. Okay. Next time I have something special for you. Next time I'm going to have a special guest on the show. It's going to be a man. A man is going to be here, which I think is very interesting because there's so many women here that we share what we're going through. But I would love to hear and interview a man. I want to hear his perspective. And this is a man who will share his amazing story on this weight loss journey. He is like dropping weight like crazy. Many of you know him because he has his own channel. So stay tuned. I cannot wait to bring him to you. It's going to be a great interview, and that's going to be in the next video. So you don't want to lose. Don't forget. Go ahead and subscribe. Do it now so you don't forget. Subscribe so that you get that you're the first one to see that video when it gets uploaded. And ring the upload or download it. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss it. You can you'll be notified. And then also when you subscribe and you hit the notification bell, it also signals YouTube to share the video with other people. So we want to reach as many people as we can. My goal is always to really encourage you, to inspire you. I want you to be seen, I want you to be heard, and I want you to be valued for the brilliance that you bring to the world. And I don't want you to be hiding, and I don't want this weight to dim your light. Okay. And I welcome all of you I welcome all of your questions, your comments. So please keep them coming. I love reading them and connecting with all of you. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love to hear your thoughts. And if you're interested in the setting up your YouTube channel, I'll put my email address. Just email me and I'll connect with you and we'll go through all of that for you. Again, thank you for tuning in. As always, I want you to go out there. I want you to be bold, because that's what it takes to go on this journey. I want you to be brave, because it takes courage. It takes courage to be vulnerable and to tell the truth, even if you're telling the truth to yourself, right? It takes courage. And I want you to be brilliant, because you are. Because when you show up and you shine, you give other people permission to do the same, right? You're going through this amazing transformation physically, and you're changing as a person. And people are watching. People are watching, whether you know it or not. You're inspiring other people, right? So show up and shine. No more hiding, no dimming your light. Okay. Go out there, be bold, be brave, and be brilliant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.